Hi everyone, this is Esther Camacho from the McAllen Public Library, and welcome to another genealogy research tip. Google Books for Genealogy. Now we all do our research and we always look at books. Another option are Google Books. So what is Google Books? Well, it is a place that you can go that's online. It is a collection of digitized books that are either out of copyright or they're in the public domain that have been put on Google Books. It includes magazines and it also includes newspapers. It is a great option when you're looking for that rare document or that rare book to look in Google Books and see if they actually have it scanned. So how do you use Google Books? Simple. Just do a search for Google Books or type in the link books.google.com and you'll get a screen that just says Google Books, and then you can start doing your search. So once you're here, you just type in your search criteria. For example, I had put in McAllen, Texas, and you'll notice that books is highlighted in blue because that's what I'm looking for. Below that, you have these different options: any books, any document, any time, sorted by relevance. This is the default for this, but you can always change it. So in any books, you can change it to include preview available, Google eBooks, or free Google eBooks. For any document, you can just change that as well. You can say, hey, I don't want to look at everything, I just want strictly books, or I want to look for newspaper articles or magazines. So you can choose that as well. And on any time, you can customize this to say within a certain amount of years, or you can pick your century. And the sort by relevance, you can either, by default, it'll be sorted by relevance, but you can also sort it by date. So again, you put in your search criteria. I went in, and right here you notice that I've changed it. I put Google eBooks, and I said strictly books, 19th century. I wanted something as old as I can get it, and the sort by date. So what comes up is this title: Technology Review, Volume 21, page 621. This is telling me this is what was found that has McAllen, Texas. And sure enough, it shows you that little snippet, and it shows you it was found on page 621, and it highlights what I had put in there, McAllen, Texas. And it was dated 1899, and it's got free Google ebook. Below that, you've got a preview and also more additions. So once you click on the title, you'll end up with something like this. It takes you right in there. But what I prefer to do is I go up to the right and I hit that X to close it, so I can look at the description. So it tells me it's volume 1. It's got read for free. You can download the PDF if it has it available. You can search inside it. So even though I may have the item up, I can actually do a search. I can actually go in there and add other names. If I go, okay, it's got McAllen, Texas, but does it have this person in there? And if I like this particular document or book, I can go and say add to my library. You can log in, create your own library, which is a great option to do if you're doing genealogical research. That way, if you find some rare books, add it to your library to where anytime you sign in you will always can go to your library to refer to those books that you have saved. And also look at similar books. Now it tells you about the edition, but another option that it does tell you to look at is to create a citation. Now for all those that do genealogical research, you know you have to cite your sources. So this is a great option for you here for Google Books. If you create a citation and you select that, it's going to come up. You get a pop-up box and you pick your style. Most likely for genealogical research, you're going to go to Chicago and you click copy. So you copy the citation for that document or that book. So it makes it very easy, so it takes all that guesswork out of you doing the citation. So Google Books, it's a great option, especially to further your research. I know we all like to go to the library and we all want to check out books, or we want to do an interlibrary loan, but this way you can do this from home and you can look through all the scan books or whatever you want to look at in Google Books, and then you can save them, add them to your library. And if it is a book that you're interested in and you want the physical copy, write the name down and do an interlibrary loan. You know, search those selected magazines and newspaper articles that are scanned in. But just know that some previews may be very limited. There are times that when I look at a book and I'm looking at the pages where the name I'm looking for comes up and I'm reading it and I'm very interested, and then it ends and I go, but I need one more page. So the previews can be limited, but that's when you save it and you look for the physical book, even if it means going to your local library or maybe have to do an interlibrary loan to get that book so you can read it. And it is also an option to see if there's a book out there that you are interested in, but you want to preview it, and you can, if Google Books has it, then do the preview here. That way you can look at it before you decide to buy it or borrow it from a library. So I hope I've given you a quick glance at Google Books. Don't be afraid to go in there and explore and learn more about it. Change your criteria. Just have a lot of fun with it. There are a lot of materials scanned into Google Books. So take the opportunity to go in there and do some serious hunting for your ancestors or just historical information. This is Esther Camacho with the McAllen Public Library, and thanks for watching, and see you next time on Genealogy Research Tip.